What we got here is a little project that we never ever visited because, well, it was here well before we started recording anything. This is the Toyota chicken truck. Just an old scrap Toyota truck that I turned into a chicken coop a while back because, well, there was no other use for it. About an 84, 85, I believe. Welded up a shell to attach to the top of the bed, which is all rusted out, and put some scrap sheet metal over it, along with this conduit hatch with the screen on it. Also made a drinker cup watering system with a bucket to gravity feed into the drinker cups. Then there's a float valve inside the bucket that is fed off of a regulated line right here. Little simple regulator that a garden hose can attach to. Keep the water full at all times. Also had cut a hole in the back of the cab so the chickens can go in and out of this area, which is more like a chicken run, and the cab area, which really serves as a coop. Inside here we have a heater as well as a lamp, so even in the winter time this environment here can stay nice and warm. And of course the light does the whole thing of helping the chickens to get that artificial light so they can continue to lay eggs. Also have another hole, if I could put this camera, got another little hole right there in the firewall going to the engine bay, because the engine bay serves as a nesting area, or at least it did before I started using it as a brooder box. Try to do this because these chickens will try to get in here. We could see in here, welded up a sheet metal floor in the engine bay so chickens can go inside and nest. Now, yeah, get out of the way, chicken. Currently this thing is being used as a brooder box 100% front to back. Well, front to the cab. As you can see, we got baby chickens in there because, well, these chickens really hadn't been using this thing too much. Only a few of them would go in the nesting area, but with the baby chickens coming and going, I wanted something large enough to accommodate multiple baby chickens, all the way to the point that they're almost the size of these schmucks. So that's what this is for right now. But we have plans for this thing though. Automotive plans, really. Well, the wheelbase of this truck right here is about an inch, give or take, off of that from the Chevy Love truck. Let me go visit that thing real quick. That thing right there, 76 Chevy Love. The wheelbases are so similar between the two, I had decided to go ahead and do another frame swap in the very, very near future, where we're going to take the frame from the Toyota chicken truck and put this body in bed on that frame. Why? Well, because finding chassis parts, suspension parts for a 76 or any Chevy Love for that matter are getting more and more difficult to do. So rather than going through the hassle of trying to source very hard to find parts to rebuild the entire undercarriage, including the brake system, I'll go ahead and put this body on a framework that has a plethora of parts. Those old Toyota trucks have all kinds of parts to rebuild them and modify them and all that crap. Plus, I still have the stick shift transmission to that Toyota truck and the drive shaft, so I could almost set that thing up to where it's ready to drop an engine in there. Not even a Toyota engine, because that transmission actually has adapters for it to allow you to mount small block Chevy engines, whether it's a 4.3 V6 or a V8. So that's going to be a future plan for that truck and the Toyota chicken truck. But let's go back to the Toyota chicken truck. Since I don't want to just 100% abort this whole project right here with the chicken coop setup, what I plan on doing is when I do get this whole cab forward, cab and front clip portion separated from the frame, I'm actually gonna go ahead and build a framework with some blocks and boards and all that, in order to actually mount this cab and front clip onto it, almost like a mini shed type setup. Obviously the bed is scrap, and the sheet metal, I'll just salvage that for some other crap later. But bed will get scrapped, sheet metal gets salvaged, this will get separated off of the frame and then remounted on a fixed foundation, so it's more like a structure instead of a vehicle. And we'll take our frame out of here and set it up to do our project with the Chevy Love. So we'll still have full use of it as a brooder box area, complete with the lights and heater and all that stuff. So yeah, Toyota chicken truck, Chevy Love, we got plans for both of them. Stay tuned for all of that. Till the next time, know what to do. I'm out.